Hey everyone, it's Gina, your local Martha Stewart wannabe, and today I'm going to teach you how to make my honey barbecue meatloaf and potatoes. We're going to need 3 pounds of ground beef, 1 sweet onion, 3 eggs, 2 tablespoons of garlic powder, half a cup of yellow mustard, half a cup of barbecue sauce, 1 cup of breadcrumbs, 6 spoonfuls of honey, and 1.5 pounds of YUKON potatoes. First things first, you're going to want to preheat your oven to 375 and start boiling a large pot of water. Next, let's give our potatoes a nice scrub in some warm water. This step is very important, and if you don't believe me, take a look at these before and after potatoes and tell me I'm wrong. Once your potatoes are as clean as my driving record, they don't have to be spotless, people, go ahead and put them in the boiling water. Cook those bad boys until you can easily poke them with a fork. This should take about 10 to 15 minutes. Let the potatoes cool off on the side and let's start cutting our onion. Using a big-ass knife, cut off both ends of the onion and cut it in half. Peel off the top crusty layer and dice the onion in both directions. For a very fine cut, go ahead and rock the knife back and forth over the pieces like this. Try not to cry during this step, but if you do, think about that one time you were meeting your ex-boyfriend's mom for the first time, so you went to church with her and then you passed out from dehydration and your pride still hasn't recovered. Alright, and now we're ready to start making the meatloaf. Grab your biggest mixing bowl, put in the ground beef, onions, and your 3 eggs. I'm just gonna flex on you real quick and crack the eggs with one hand since I'm actually a professional. Alright, we don't have to talk about that last one. We're also going to add in the mustard, barbecue sauce, garlic powder, and breadcrumbs. And now it's time to mix together all the ingredients. If you don't feel comfortable touching the raw meat with your hands, you can either use a spoon or grow a pair. We're going to roll our mixture into 6 equal-sized balls and space them out on a baking pan with high sides. Go ahead and add a spoonful of barbecue sauce to each ball and spread it out a bit. Once you're done with that, generously drizzle honey on each one as well. Hopefully by now your potatoes are nice and cool, so we're going to start quartering them. And you thought I forgot about the potatoes. Once you've cut all of your potatoes into quarters, go ahead and add them to the baking pan wherever you can find room. Now it's time to cover our pan with some aluminum foil and pop it in the oven for 50 minutes. That is a calculator. I know, 50 minutes is a long time to wait, so get comfortable. Read a book, watch an episode of House of Cards, build a house of cards, or learn a new whatever this is. Okay, let's take that part out. Dang, look at that, time is up. Now I'm gonna take the pan out of the oven with my bare hands. Get it? Like bare hands. I bet you think we're just about done, but you would lose that bet because we're about to take the foil off the pan and drain any excess fat that collected in the bottom. Be very careful when you do this, and do not, I repeat, do not dump your loaf. Now we're going to switch our oven to the broil setting and put the pan back in uncovered for 10 minutes. If your oven doesn't have a broil setting, you can just increase the temperature by 25 degrees. Go ahead and entertain yourself until the timer goes off. Then once more, I'm going to take the pan out of the oven with my bare hands. Again, I'm not really using my hands, but the oven mitts actually look like bare. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it's the moment we've all been waiting for. It's time to eat your honey barbecue, meatloaf, and potatoes. If you want to be fancy, pour yourself a glass of wine. In a beef dish like this one, the flavors are best complemented with a rich red wine. And that's all I've got. Thank you for coming to GINA'S Food Court. Like and subscribe for more.